Hey, it's Pastor David. I'm here with my Thursday at 3 update, and today, finances. And I'm excited because we have a good financial report. Let me share these figures with you. So this is the financial report that we get every month. We show to our leadership, and you'll see across the top is the revenue portion of our budget, 3 categories: pledged, unpledged, and other revenues. Pledged are those who make a commitment to give a certain amount to the offering each year. Unpledged is those who give the offering in plate online that haven't made that commitment. And then other revenues is all the income that comes from the ministries, such as tuition for preschool or participating in Brain Fitness or going on a mission trip. We have to account for that revenue, and actually we plan for that revenue in our budget. Our budget is actually built on all income and all expense. And so you'll see here, our pledged giving is slightly under, about 10% unfavorable, $54,000, give or take. But our unpledged is 27% favorable, about $81,000 to the positive over budget. And you'll note that this means we're that much more to the positive over last year in unpledged, because we built a 2023 budget based upon the 2022 income. We went conservative and said, we're gonna spend what we received in 2022 as close to it as we can, and we have worked that out. We're going to count on that type of income. And so net effect is we're $40,000 ish, $37,000 ish to the positive in terms of our offering over budget and over last year. So that's a great celebration. And then other revenues actually is up $190,000 and 10% over last year. And so very, very excited. That means ministry is happening, that people are coming and participating. And so the net effect, 8% favorable on our revenue. So thank you for all of your generosity, for your kindness and giving, and the way you support our church family and the work of the kingdom and the work of Jesus Christ through his church. So what a positive report. In terms of expense, you'll see right there, gracious host, passionate seekers, vibrant family, Christ-like service. These are our pillars, our groupings of ministries. Every chair of every ministry sits in a pillar or grouping. And with other ministry leaders, they make their budget, plan their strategy, and work on that together. And you'll see here that everyone is underspending. Vibrant Family is right at 0. Everyone else is underspending. And so that we're 5% favorable in underspending on expenses for ministry. We're a bit upside down in terms of labor and administration. Most of that is insurance, so working through health insurance. You know from your own experience, this has been a real challenge at home for insurance, and it's certainly a challenge for our church, where with the preschools and so forth, we have about 35 staff that receive insurance. But the net effect is that we are, for our expenses and our budget, about 1% favorable to the budget this year, about 3% favorable over last year, so that we have a net. Our net is quite substantial, particularly compared to budget. We expected that we would be upside down in the red at this stage of the year through the first 6 months. Instead, we're ahead of budget and way ahead of last year. So just so profoundly grateful for that. And thankful to the leadership, our lay leaders, our committee leaders, our staff, for being mindful and good stewards of the giving that you've entrusted us with. You'll also see below that our average weekly attendance, that for the month of June in 2023 over the month of June in 2022, our in-person attendance is up 23%. Our online views is slightly less, but our net effect is much higher. We've had growth. And we're about 90% of where we were pre-COVID. That's assuming only one person per online view. It could be more. So we're very thankful for that. We see God moving. We see things happening. And again, thank you for your support in this. What I don't want to do is I don't want to create this as just about money. I also want to just share 2 areas that I see this being turned into transformed lives. And the first is the number of young children that have been coming to our 9 o'clock worship service. If you haven't been in a while, you need to come and join us, because this past Sunday we had over 20 kids that were very young coming up for the children's moment. We're seeing young families, we're seeing young children as they feel at home. And this is the work of our children's ministry led by Pastor Leah and her team. And through your generosity, we're beginning to reach out in greater ways, multi-generationally. Second is a conversation I had with a youth in our church at the summer camp. You know, I preached at summer camp, and he was really feeling God calling him into ministry. Something God was tugging on his heart, and he was not sure what to make of this and how he felt about it. But it was pure joy to watch him wrestle with the movement of the Spirit in his life. He's not the only student that this happened to at camp this summer. This is a ministry that is made possible through your generosity. And so when you give to support your church family, it is literally being transformed into movement in people's lives for the kingdom of God. So thank you. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Look forward to what God has in store. God bless.